EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go. Black 40.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Again, it's Achane. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Bobby Brown on the tackle. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away.
Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And they'll go right back to right. Room here to run. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back to throw now on first down. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Flacco off play action. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Flush to his right. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. Flacco now on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Flacco will take to the air again. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. Dowdle is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, this has not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Bootleg, Flacco. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Flacco. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they'll change things up. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Hubbard now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds up past the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Still going inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
A running play. It's Dowdle. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that... And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. On the move to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From the gun, Flacco. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. first down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll work the middle here with Wright, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league.
Touchdown, Dolphins! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they've relished a chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Flacco's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll set up a throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Flacco.
Got a man. That's Liggett.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Play action, Flacco. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Passing play, Flacco.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing here on first down, Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's Hubbard. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. First and 10 here for Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Once more, it's Flacco. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Let's go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Here we go. Check the team. Check the team.
One last gasp for Flacco. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
And I think when you're